Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Emily.
And today we are going to be continuing the infectious madness of Dr. Dekker. Oh, we didn't get to speak to Bryce. Alright. Who do you want to speak with? Elin, Bryce, or Claire?
Claire, because I want to know more about David.
Okay. How are you today? Ooh, I like her scarf.
There's no lake house today, sorry. David's not doing very well. He's caused a problem with the girl. I need to do something.
Oh no. Oh god, no.
Did he kill her?
I hope not. I hope to god not. What's the problem with the girl?
The little girl, our neighbor at the lake house, she says David is weird and creepy.
Doctor! Oh, sorry, but I found some of the referral letters we were talking about. There is a pattern, but it's not the same for everyone. He said to get them to you ASAP, so here you go.
Okay, good. So now we can actually get more into the referral letters.
Also, Jaya interrupts only with Claire, it seems.
Oh no,
she interrupted with Mariana last time.
Yeah, she interrupted with Mariana last time. Something strange about these solicitors' names. Hackett, Brown, Chart, Token, and Law. Kat Robeck? Roanbeck. We'll get to that in a bit. Let's keep talking about to Claire.
Okay.
What has David been doing?
David has been hunting and skinning again. But from the look of the torso, he caught a domestic cat. I'm being generous. It was definitely a cat. I spoke to David about it, but I have no idea if he can comprehend me or not. He just grunts at me. He doesn't even smile anymore. Not at all.
Well, that's what happens in the reanimator. What is she taking? Is that what are those pills she's taking?
Probably temazepam. So take a sleeping pill right in the middle of your session.
Where did the cat come from?
Yes, sorry. I left out an important detail. The girl, Anushka, she was crying because her cat had gone missing, and she thinks that David killed it. Doctor, I'm worried.
Anushka.
That's why you don't let your cats outside.
They mess up with the environment too, but yeah. If you let them out in the garden alone, that should be fine, but you know. What are you worried about?
I'm worried that David's not going to stop at cats. He's killed deer, rabbits, wild birds, and now cats. I'm worried he might add little girls to his list. I can't stop him.
You could kill him.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Turn into a whole Game of Thrones thing.
Why can't you stop him?
I can't stop him. I can't control him in any way at all. Ever since I brought him back from the dead, he has done nothing but ignore me. I'm starting to think that...
What are you starting to think?
That I need to put David out of his misery. That I need to end his suffering. That I need to kill him again. What shall I do, Doctor? Should I kill David?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
Yes, kill David.
I love him so much. But you're right. It's time. He's becoming a danger to people around him, not just himself.
I know you love him, but you have to live with what you've done. This is the consequences of these actions.
Committing double murder. Double jeopardy.
Have you ever taken temazepam?
I've never used sleeping pills. I'm too afraid of what would happen to me in my sleep.
That's an interesting comment. What would happen to her?
Yeah.
Ask about Anushka.
Oh, yes. Type that out.
I spoke to her again. She wouldn't tell me her name, which is quite right. I am a stranger after all. So I gave her the name Anushka. She said the man that lives in the lake house is weird and creepy.
So she still doesn't know the girl's name.
No. Was Dekker an alcoholic?
If Dr. Dekker was an alcoholic, he hid it well. I never saw him drink. He certainly never offered me a drink. God knows I could have used one.
That's interesting. Have you talked to Bryce or Iris?
I never talked to Bryce, but I did talk to Iris. She didn't want to at first. She blames me for David's death, but as we both know, that's not a thing. Anyway, she said she was never locked up in any basement and had never heard of any Dr. Dekker. So it's, as I first suspected, a lie. You didn't make all of that up so I'd talk to Iris again, did you?
I should tell Bryce Iris denies being locked in the basement. Yeah. I was wondering about that.
Yeah. No, I didn't make up the story about Iris.
No, I didn't.
Then Mr.
Although you shouldn't have
Bryce
shared
seems
it, to be
have
honest.
A few more issues than me. Perhaps you should ask him about that.
Oh, did he talk to Claire about Iris?
No, because she said she didn't speak to Bryce. She spoke to Iris.
But she must have spoken to Bryce at some point because Bryce...
Yeah, well,
Bryce
she
is the
didn't
one.
say... Yeah, I think she was talking about the basement thing.
Yeah. Did you remember the photo? What photo?
Oh yes, here. From a few weeks ago. As you can see, Doctor, he looks perfectly normal.
That must have been like another option then.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's take a look at David Castleford. Yeah. He looks normal.
When did he die again?
I don't know. Did Dr. Dekker offer any theories about David?
Dr. Dekker was very quiet in our sessions after seeing David. After a while, he started talking about David like he was a pet, asking me what I fed him, what he'd do in certain conditions.
I am hesitant to ask about the certain conditions. Let's just get it out of the way.
Yeah.
What certain conditions was Dr. Dekker interested in?
Dr. Dekker asked me if I'd ever accidentally locked David in, which I hadn't. But curiosity got the better of me, so I locked him in the lake house. He couldn't get out. He didn't have the wherewithal to operate the lock.
Why was Dr. Dekker talking about David as if he was a pet?
I think he was fascinated with it all, and David and I had become new test subjects for him. When I said David never listens to me, he urged me to start giving David treats for pleasing me. Not in that way, but showing him how to close a door, for example. If he did it, give him a treat. It did actually work, but I had to stop myself. I felt like I was training a monkey. It just wasn't right.
I can stop you reanimating people.
That's an interesting idea, Doctor. It's not really something that needs to be done, though. I have no intention of reanimating anybody anymore. It hasn't gone very well in the past.
Tell me about your referral.
My solicitors did refer me. but I ended up going privately as it was cheaper. I'm paying them enough already without them getting a percentage of my therapy bill.
Speaking of referrals, shall we look at those letters?
Yes.
Referral letter 1. Hackett and Brown. Dear Dr. Dekker, I refer a client to your clinic for evaluation. Claire Castleford. She's being charged with the murder of her husband, and we require your diagnosis as to whether she was of sound mind and had the mens rea required for the crime. Yours sincerely, Mrs. Hackett Brown. Now let's pay attention to the names. What is it about the names?
Hackett and Brown. Leftwich Court, London.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine.
Chart token.
Same logo.
They're anagrams of each other.
You're right.
Dear Dr. Dekker, we believe that our client, who has only given us her first name, Mariana, is mentally unstable and would like your expert opinion on this matter. We are happy to cover all your costs and look forward to receiving your report forthwith. So her lawyers were covering her costs, and yet she was still giving Dekker checks.
Yeah. Did Dekker refer?
Dekker was... I feel like this is supposed to imply that Dekker was abusing Mariana in some way.
I don't know.
Because of the home visits, taking her checks, the loan over her head. I feel like that's... To me, that's
I wouldn't go so far to say abuse yet.
Okay. That's my feeling, at least. Oh, sorry. Referral letter 3. For the attention of Dr. Dekker, I am referring yet another client for you today for further psychiatric evaluation. It is my hope that you concur with my suspicions and are able to find him insane under the guidelines set within our McNaughton rules.
McNaughton. Yeah, that's something we use here in the US though.
What is it?
It's so there's a case, let me pull it up so I can actually send it to you.
This doesn't say who it is.
Yeah, so sorry, my keyboard does not work anymore. So it's not the McNaughton rule, it's the Manhattan rule. Well, it kind of can be. Oh, wait, no, it did originate in England. Daniel McNaughton. McNaughton shot and killed the secretary to the Prime Minister, Edward Drummond. We read a different case where the McNaughton rule was the standard for insanity.
Oh, I've heard of this, but go ahead and explain it again, because I think we all need a refresher.
Yeah, so basically what a McNaughton rule is like, you have to be presumed sane unless you can prove that at the time of committing the criminal act, whatever you were doing, your state of mind caused you to like not know what you were doing when you committed the act, or that
you were confused in some way.
No, not that you were confused. It's like you knew what you were doing, you were conscious of what you were doing, but you weren't able to process that it was wrong.
Okay. So who are they talking about here? Is it Bryce or Nathan? It must be Bryce. Not Bryce, Nathan.
But what did Nathan do?
I don't know. Nathan said that he had a trial and that his solicitor said that he didn't have to talk about it with us.
Oh.
Alright. Hold on, I wanna...
Ask Claire about her solicitors.
Okay, how should I, put it? Tell me about your solicitors? Yeah, because wasn't he someone who, like, tried to kill the Prime Minister, but he ended up killing the Secretary instead on accident?
Something like that, yeah.
My solicitors did refer me, but I ended up going private.
Okay. Alright, do we want to talk to Elin or Bryce?
Elin.
How are you today?
Hilda died last night.
Maybe it's Elin.
Well, I was there as her daughter. It was nice. She had a good death. She got to say what she wanted to say.
Okay, so that blows our other theory out of the water.
Potentially.
Yeah. What's a good death?
Hilda was Hilda to the end. I was the doting daughter. Don't worry, everything's going to be okay. I love you, Mum. Then Hilda, with almost her last breath, looks me straight in the eye and says, "Don't let them take Amelia."
Amelia? Who's Amelia? Oh, now this is forcing us to type out.
Yeah.
Amelia's Hilda's doll. She used to have about 9 or 10 of them, all glassy-eyed and creepy looking with frilly dresses and curls. All over her room they were. In the end, we had to get rid of them. They weren't very hygienic. But we let her keep one, and that was Amelia.
Do you have access to sleeping? Oh, did she take Amelia? Do we want to ask what happened to Amelia?
Yeah.
I'm keeping her safe until I can pass her on to Hilda's daughter. Maybe she'll fly over for the funeral. I don't know. Are you okay, Doctor? You look a bit pale.
Do we know something about this?
I don't know. Do you have access to sleeping pills?
Obviously, I'm a nurse. I can get access to sleeping tablets pretty easily, but it's not really that hard. It's probably the same for Jaya. She works for a doctor.
She did mention temazepam in our first meeting.
But she did say she prefers to not do that. She prefers
Yeah.
like
The natural remedies, yeah.
yeah.
Did Dekker ever drink alcohol?
I don't know if he was an alcoholic or anything, but Dr. Dekker seemed to like a drink. He was drinking the day he died. Well, we both were, actually. It must be very stressful being
How do you
a
know?
therapist. Do you find it stressful, Doctor?
Well, she did have an appointment with him at 3 p.m.
Yeah, but did he just give her a drink? Why were you both drinking?
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly, but something in that session had shaken me up, so Dr. Dekker poured me a drink to calm my nerves. I didn't really have much. I'm not much of a drinker.
So point is she knew that he had a bottle.
Yeah.
Tell me about Jaya.
Jaya seems really nice. I don't know why she'd want to work in a place like this.
Sirens, sorry about that. What do you mean by a place like this?
I just mean, get all these weird people coming here. I mean, I've met some of them out in the waiting room. I know they're just people, but a couple of them have seriously given me the creeps.
Elin says some of the other patients give her the creeps. Maybe I should ask her about each one.
Yeah.
Please don't make us
Type it out.
type it up. Which patient gives you the creeps? Claire? Why Claire specifically? Why her first?
Alphabetical.
Maybe.
She's the slightly older one, isn't she? Always well dressed? Yes, her. I'm pretty good at picking up on people's energy, and hers is cold. Actually, I think I sort of know her. Claire Castleford, isn't it? Apparently, she attacked her husband or something.
I don't like the delivery of that.
Yeah.
That's like rubbing me the wrong way. It's like she's too happy. And it doesn't, honestly didn't take much to pick up on that Claire was a cold person.
No. Ask her about Bryce. Oh no, Bryce would have been first. Claire would have been second. Yeah.
But it said each one, so maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Bryce. I'm not sure who that is.
We will go through each one because now my nosy ass wants to know. Nathan?
Yeah.
I don't know who Nathan is.
Mariana?
Mm-hmm. Thank you for the shortcuts.
I don't think I know her.
That's all. So I guess
So
it was
she's
Claire.
just met Claire. Ask her about Claire again.
Well, they were both there the day he died.
Yeah,
what do you
but ask
wanna...
her, how do you know Claire killed her husband?
Well, she didn't say killed, she said attacked, so I'll say attacked.
Mm-hmm.
She's a slightly...
Alright. Do you still think about Dekker?
I think of Dr. Dekker every time one of my patients dies. It makes me remember how he didn't care about his mum. He was a good therapist. He was a lousy son.
Why was Dekker a lousy son?
I was angry at Dr. Dekker. Hilda's daughter, she's in Australia, so fair enough. Maybe she really couldn't get over to see her. But Dr. Dekker's mum was dying literally on the other side of town, and he just couldn't be bothered. I shifted for her, but in a way I wish I hadn't, because it let Dr. Dekker off the hook, you know? I didn't realise how little he cared until I told him the news.
Now hold on. She said she preferred the herbal remedies because temazepam just puts you out of it completely.
Mm-hmm.
So if she knows he has a bottle, she knows that he can drink, and she knows that temazepam puts someone out completely.
Yeah. That makes her a suspect too.
Yeah. Yes, it's stressful. No, it's not. I think if we can say yes, it's stressful.
Yeah, I think
take
so
a
too.
mental toll on you.
Because then that will maybe open her up a little bit in some way.
I can tell just by looking at you. This job has really taken its toll on you.
Thanks. I can stop you shifting.
You've never seen me angry, have you, Doctor? Don't say things like that when you don't mean them. It causes upset.
None of them believe him.
No. Did Dr. Dekker know you could shift?
Yes, I told Dr. Dekker. Most other people wouldn't have believed me, but he did. In fact, he cared far more about the shifting than he did about his mum dying.
Why do you think Dr. Dekker didn't care about his mum?
For a moment, I thought he might cry. Just for a split second. But he didn't. He just carried on with our session. I wish I knew what went on there. Jaya probably knows. She spent quite a long time with Sarah when she visited.
Okay, so that's something we can ask Jaya. Do we want to go ask her before we forget, or...
No, let's keep going.
Did you ever try shifting for Dr. Dekker?
Yes, once. I wanted to show him what I could do so he could see for himself. I took his hand, I told him to think of a loved one, and then there was nothing. I mean, literally nothing, just an empty void. The only thing I could feel was his hand holding mine. I'm pretty sure without that I'd have... I'm not sure I could have made it back.
So he doesn't love anyone.
Or he didn't.
How's Terry?
Terry hasn't been into work for a few days. I hope there's nothing wrong with her.
That's suspicious. Are you just pretending to care about Terry?
Terry and I are never going to be best friends, but I wouldn't wish her ill.
Did you have a referral letter to see Dr. Dekker? I don't think so, because she said she came of her own accord.
Well,
I referred
you can
myself
just ask.
to Dr. Dekker's mother. Was I supposed to have a letter?
Alright. Let's go talk to Jaya real quick. Did you talk to Sarah Dekker?
Dr. Dekker told me he was adopted. His birth mother only turned up 5 years ago because she...
So I guess the question is, was Sarah his birth mother or his adopted mother? I would assume his adopted mother.
Yeah, because of the last name.
Yeah. Alright, Bryce. Hello, Selena. How are you today?
I'm fine. I'm worried. My pursuer in the hour, he's definitely military. I've developed a new skill to deal with him.
What new skill have you developed?
Last night, I saw him draw something from his jacket. He was approaching me, grinning. I had nowhere to go. So I closed my eyes and imagined, well, I imagined being back home. And when I opened them again, I'd teleported.
I'm worried about Bryce.
In what way?
I'm worried that we're encouraging him too much. Do you know anything about sleeping pills?
My other doctor had prescribed me sleeping pills before I came to see Dr. Dekker. I think they were called temazepam. I never took them.
Have you seen Jessica again?
I saw Jessica across the street this morning. She waved, but I just crumbled. Ever since I took those photos, I haven't been able to face her. Do you think I should tell her about the photos, Doctor?
No.
No.
No, 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 no.
I didn't think I should either. She'd hate me forever. Maybe when she next waves.
It's not even about that, but it's just...
Your sense of security is going to be at least...
she's going to be unnecessarily
distressed.
Yeah.
Sorry, my cat just let out a particularly juicy sneeze. Okay. How was work?
Work is fine. If anything, I've been falling behind again. I think it's the stress of not being alone in the midnight hour anymore.
What have you been doing in the midnight hour?
I stole a painting. There, I've said it. It was from the local gallery, Providence. I really like it, but I can't afford it. So I took it.
Oh, Bryce.
You said you weren't stealing anymore.
What else have you stolen?
It's just that one thing, just the painting I've stolen recently. I think my new pursuer is unraveling me. Is it okay to steal things, Doctor, if I really like them?
No! No! I don't even need to ask you about that. I know you're going to say no.
I thought you'd say that. I will do my best to refrain from it, but I can't promise anything.
All right, klepto.
Did you ever see Dekker drink alcohol?
I never saw Dr. Dekker touch a drop. Doesn't mean it wasn't going on behind closed doors, though, does it?
How do you know your pursuer is definitely military?
My pursuer. He's measured in his approach, watching, testing. When he finally came for me, I wasn't ready. I think he underestimated me, though, and that allowed me to escape. He didn't think I'd be able to just leave. Why do you think he's coming after me, Doctor? Oh, I think I might know.
Why do you think your pursuer is coming after you?
I think he's death, Doctor. I think I saved that old woman from burning to death in bed, and now he's coming after me to even the score. Do you think it could be...
But you thought he was definitely military before. No, I don't think it's death.
I think he's just panicking now. No.
It's just me. I'm going crazy. I'm so strange. Everything about me is strange already, but to have another presence in my hour, it's unhinged me.
I'm not going to ask him about teleporting.
Why not?
Because I feel like that's encouraging him.
I want to ask him.
Can we come back to it?
All right.
You said before you feel like you're unraveling.
No, I'm not becoming him. I'm not becoming Dekker.
I didn't say that. Is this a photo of David Castleford?
Yes, that's David Castleford. I've no idea when it was taken. Shocking composition.
Oh, there was something we could ask him about Iris. Iris denied.
Yeah, Iris denied being in the basement.
Okay, let me do that real quick.
How extraordinary. So the girl in the basement was somebody that Claire knows, and she's adamant that I didn't rescue her. I really wish I'd taken photos now.
I do too. This is interesting.
Yeah. What if I told you I could stop your curse?
No, Doctor. No, you can't. I've seen what you can do. You can listen and ask, but you don't have any real power.
What makes you think I don't have any real power?
I don't know. Do you want to ask?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Tell me about your referral.
I was one of Dr. Dekker's first patients. I wasn't referred by anyone. My GP recommended I saw someone privately. I think he was just sick of listening to me complain about how little time I had during our 10-minute slot.
So the referral letter was for Nathan.
It must have been.
Do you really want to ask him about teleporting?
Yes!
Alright. Tell me how you were able to teleport.
I was as surprised as you are. I just imagined I was somewhere else, and there I was. Perhaps Dr. Dekker was right. Think of something, and it becomes real, if you believe in it. But I'll only do it wisely. Imagine the mistakes you might make. Don't want to become one with the igneous layer too soon.
Can you demonstrate how you teleport?
These sessions cost a lot of money, Doctor. I'm not just going to leave in the middle of one. But I can see you don't believe me. Do you really want me to teleport, Doctor?
No, I don't.
Yes, I do.
But I don't want to encourage him. Look at how much he's unraveling.
I want to see this.
But what about what Jaya said? How
I don't care. Jay is evil.
rock, paper, scissors over it?
Jay is evil. Rock,
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Shoot. What do you have? Hold
Paper.
up to the camera.
Paper.
Scissors. Scissors.
All right.
Blink, and you'll miss it. Told you.
Look at that.
Oh, Scarlet! This is the woman that Mariana said Dekker was dating.
Oh, yeah. No. Oh, yeah.
Let's ask her that I'm gonna ask her that word first. Not even hello.
Were you seeing Dekker? Yeah.
He was a complicated man, as I suppose most people are. His external persona didn't match what he dreamed about.
Well, that doesn't answer my question. Who are you?
Scarlet. I haven't been in since he died. Since Dr. Dekker died.
What were you doing on Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day was awful. I had
I think we asked
an
it too soon.
accident with a creme brulee torch and had to spend the night waiting in A&E. I melted a nail to my finger. It hurt a lot and needed stitches. It's all fine now, though.
What did Dr. Dekker dream about?
His dreams were amazing, filled with a spectrum of colours and creatures. It was like Narnia for grown-ups. That was in the beginning.
How do you know what his dreams looked like?
I'm a dream walker. I can visit people and help them in their dreams. You've not caught up on all his old patients yet, then?
What creatures were in Dr. Dekker's dreams?
Fluid. Soft. Intricate things. I couldn't draw a picture if you asked. But they drew you to them. They looked a little strange, but you felt compelled to watch them.
Kind of like that.
That's what I think that's what Dekker is doing with Mariana, because she actually sees the things.
Yeah,
and that he's being called towards.
That's exactly what I was going to say. That sounds like what Mariana was seeing. How did Dr. Dekker's dreams change at the end?
Chaotic, dark. Like an earthquake, everything you stood on shifted into something else. I think he was fighting with something internally. And it was winning.
What was Dr. Dekker fighting?
I don't know. It's a turn of phrase. Inner demons? Insanity? I don't know. I can visit dreams, but I can't force the dreamer to interact with me.
How do you dream walk?
It's something I've been able to do since I was little. I was born an identical twin, and my sister and I shared dreams. We just thought it was normal. When our younger brother started having night terrors, we helped him. I just need to know the person, a little, and know they're dreaming. Then I can sort of jump into them.
We never shared dreams, just for the record.
Yeah.
Not that I'm aware of. Tell me
Ask her about. Okay.
Oh, sorry. What were we saying?
I was gonna say, once we're done jumping into people, ask about Mariana.
Yeah, good idea.
It's something I think in my mind. Firstly, I need to sleep myself. I'm constantly tired, so I can pretty much sleep on demand. Before I go, I think of jumping into that person. That's how it works for me. I've tried teaching others, but I don't know if anyone else can do it.
Oh, so like astral projection in a way.
Sure.
Oh. Who have you taught?
I don't know. Lots of people. Whenever I get close enough to tell somebody about it, the first thing they want to do is try it out or have me visit their dreams. That's kind of why I'm here. Relationships.
Here we go. How are your relationships? Oh, do you want to ask about Mariana first?
No, let's go into this first. Let's wait until the end because I feel like we asked the question about her dating Dekker way too soon.
Yeah. How are your relationships?
It's difficult to sustain them. I'm not just talking about romantic entanglements. It's hard keeping friends, too. Like I said before, I tell them about my ability and they immediately want to try it out. The problem is, I don't normally like what I see.
Oh, was she dating Dr. Dekker? Sorry, I saw the light bulb come back and it hadn't. Oh, there's the question. Were you dating Dekker? But first, why don't you like what you see?
I think people try to show off. Firstly, they're a bit shocked if I turn up in their dream. But when they're comfortable with that, they start to put on a show. But most people can't control their dreams, so they tend to turn into nightmares pretty quickly. Oh look, I'm dreaming of a giant Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Oh, why is it destroying New York?
Ghostbusters! There is a way to control your dreams, though. It's called lucid dreaming, but the problem with that is your mind doesn't shut off. So you're very conscious throughout your sleeping process. Like, your body goes into a REM state, but your mind doesn't shut off. Anyway. Were you dating Dr. Dekker?
He's dead now, so I suppose it won't affect him if I admit that. So yes, I was. Not near the end, though. Not when his dreams started changing. Like I said, my ability ruins relationships. Who told you? Jaya?
Why Jaya?
Just thought she'd know. Thought she'd know everything about her precious Dr. Dekker. Sorry, we didn't speak that much. But she was a lot like the other woman. So much control over someone who was supposed to be her superior.
What other woman, Mariana? Do you want to ask this question?
No, ask about how it affects her relationships. Let's get through these questions.
Okay.
When you've experienced someone's dream, if they've been a bit creepy in it or terrified me, it's hard to look someone in the eyes after that. It's embarrassing. What should I do, Doctor? Should I not tell people about my ability? Keep it a secret, bottle it up?
Yeah, because
Also,
I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about a weird dream that I had the other day that I'm not going to repeat on here.
Okay.
And yeah, you can't control it sometimes.
Also, the other woman, that's a phrase that people use when there's when someone's cheating.
Yeah.
Like, oh, who's the other woman? Amanda.
Yeah.
Keep it secret.
Keep it secret. Don't. You're just I feel like this is just inviting trouble in. It's never had a good effect on her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's healthy, but I guess I could give it a try. What if it accidentally comes out? Is there anything else I can do to stop pushing people away?
Don't go in their dreams. Oh, hold on. Scarlet wants to stop pushing people away. Maybe she should just refuse to dreamwalk for them, or be honest about what might happen, or accept they're just dreams.
Mm-hmm.
I think
I don't think she's going to be able to accept that they're just dreams.
yeah. I feel like she should just be honest. Just say, I mean, I think that's what I would do. I would say, I don't do that for my friends because,
Yeah.
it makes our relationship complicated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Double honest. Interesting. I suppose I haven't really tried that. I might just give that a go.
Oh, refuse to dreamwalk?
So, if I could breathe through my ears, you wouldn't want to see it. I do say no. A lot. But I usually cave eventually.
She looks so traumatized when she said that. Except they're just dreams?
It's difficult to do when you experience them like I do. But I know what you're saying is right. A lot of the time I assume people are controlling their dreams like I can. But they're probably directed by their subconscious, and who controls that? I don't have anything to say about that.
Okay, guess not.
At least not yet.
Maybe she's only dreaming that she's in other people's dreams.
His dreams were amazing.
Glenn. Do we remember him from the intro? What did he say?
I don't know. What does he have to say?
Who are you?
Sorry, I'm Glenn. I didn't expect to be here. I was looking for the men's room.
Why didn't you expect to be
So
here?
you just went in and sat down on a therapist couch.
Like I said, I was in the green room. You know, that new restaurant in town. I actually need to do something. Done. Sorry. I was in the middle of a day and needed the restroom, and here I am.
The restroom?
Sorry, you're not familiar with my case. I stepped through the restroom door into your office. Sometimes when I go through a door, it opens to another place.
Oh, I remember him from the intro now. You should ask Glenn if Jaya saw him walk in. Did Jaya see you?
No, I shouldn't imagine she did that. I didn't even pass through the waiting room. Besides, it's lunchtime, she won't be there.
You know Jaya's lunch schedule?
No, not really.
Was he on a date with
It's
Jaya?
lunchtime, and you don't normally see patients now. Well, Dr. Dekker didn't normally see patients now.
Tell me about Dekker.
Dr. Dekker was crazy. I arrived late to the party. Apparently, he was a fine, upstanding citizen before. I don't know what changed him. Of the few sessions I had with him, he'd observed me walking through doors.
What did he observe?
But I'd walk through a door and I'd disappear. And then I couldn't get back. The session was £150 either way, so I paid that for a couple of times and then decided it was a bad idea. As you can see, it's still happening.
Well, I don't blame you, Glenn. What's still happening?
The doors. I'm still vanishing from one place to another.
What's causing your problem?
My dad died. He was on his deathbed and I was complaining about work, women or whatever. It was an idiom. He said, when one door closes, another opens. Then he died. I needed those words to be important. So here I am.
Tell me about your dad.
He was stoic. He had tuberculosis in his lungs. That's what killed him. Nobody knew until the end. I never got to say I loved him.
Do you regret not saying you loved him?
Yeah, maybe. He'd split with my mum 3 years earlier. It was messy. It was bad. I didn't talk to him really at all. They called me as next of kin, said I should come in if I wanted to say goodbye. I did love him. He just broke everything.
Did you make peace with your dad? See, that's what I don't like about how Elin views things, you know?
Yeah, like, there should be some closure.
Yeah, or it's like, people's relationships are complicated. That's why Elin just rubs me the wrong way.
Right.
Did you make peace with your dad?
No. I hadn't seen him for so long. I just let it all out. I screamed, I shouted, I punched the walls. Do you know what he said?
What did your dad say?
Sorry. Over and over again. Like he really meant it. He did. He really meant it. And when I stopped, when I was exhausted, he smiled at me. Like he cherished me. Like he'd been waiting to say sorry. Waiting for forgiveness.
Did you forgive your dad then?
I didn't get to. I didn't get to say I loved him. I didn't get to forgive him. He just said when one door closes, another opens. And then he died. What does he think of me?
Well, he loves you. If you look, yeah, your dad loved you.
All those years, thinking I was the bigger man. It turns out he was. There's no going back, is there, Doctor? When one door closes, it's shut forever.
No. I don't think so.
But I think that kind of goes against what his dad was saying, like, when one thing goes away, then you can see something else. You don't... I feel like that would tell him that it's lingering on the past.
All right.
Unless the door is shut forever.
It's no solace, really, is it? Maybe another time.
All right, that's everyone today.
No, ask Nathan about his referral.
Oh. Didn't we already ask him that?
All right. Then we'll
Yeah.
move on.
Yeah, we asked about the trial.
All right.
Okay. All right, we're going into Act 5, which should be the last act of the game.
All right. Final act of the infectious madness of Dr. Dekker. What do you think? Why are we only just now learning about Scarlet if she was apparently so close to Dekker? What do you think of Hilda? Do you think what Elin is doing is right in light of what Lynn has said? Leave your comments down in the comment section below. Smash that like button if you like this video. And please remember to subscribe if you have not subscribed already. And as always, I'm Emily.
And I'm Amanda.
We're Amadem, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.